The Indian Ocean has long been home to stories. Some are passed down around evening fires. Others are written into history. But every so often, a story begins with people simply trying to explain something they cannot. In the mid-1990s, that happened on the islands of Zanzibar. At first, the reports came from only a few homes. Then they spread to neighboring villages. Soon, families were staying awake through the night. Some neighbors gathered outside until sunrise. Across parts of Zanzibar, fear was beginning to take hold. What was causing it? Remains a question people still ask today. Welcome to TKB Baobab Chronicles. In this series, we explore African legends through history, eyewitness accounts, culture, and evidence. Today's story takes us to the Zanzibar archipelago, off the coast of Tanzania. It is here that one of East Africa's most controversial legends continues to spark debate. The legend of Popobawa. Chapter 2. What is Popobawa? The name Popobawa comes from Swahili. It is commonly translated as bat wing. According to local folklore, Popobawa is described as a spirit that can change its appearance. Some people claim it appears as a large winged creature. Others describe a shadow. Some say it can even appear as an ordinary person before disappearing again. Descriptions vary from one witness to another. And that is one of the first mysteries surrounding the legend. There has never been a single description that everyone agrees on. Like many African oral traditions, the story changes slightly depending on who tells it. Some families believe it is connected to witchcraft. Others associate it with spirits known in Islamic tradition. And for many people, it is simply part of Zanzibar's rich folklore. Whatever its origin, one thing remained consistent. People believed it appeared unexpectedly, most often at night. Chapter 3. When the stories changed. Legends often remain stories, but sometimes people begin saying they have experienced them. During the 1970s, reports linked to Popobawa began attracting wider attention. Then, years later, new waves of sightings were reported. Neighbors spoke quietly among themselves. Families shared stories behind closed doors. Word traveled from one village to another. Many accounts described late-night disturbances. Some people claimed they heard strange noises outside their homes. Others believed they had been visited while sleeping. These reports were personal experiences. They were not independently verified. But as more people came forward, the atmosphere began to change. The question was no longer, what is Popobawa? It became, who will be next? Chapter 4. The Panic of 1995. By 1995, the reports had become difficult to ignore. Communities across parts of Zanzibar began talking about the same modifications. Some residents chose not to sleep alone. Others spent the night outdoors with neighbors. Groups gathered around fires until morning. Not because they had seen the same thing, but because they no longer wanted to face the night alone. Local newspapers reported on the growing fear. Radio discussions spread the conversations even further. As more people shared their experiences, the legend reached places it had never reached before. Some researchers later observed that these periods of heightened reports often coincided with times of political tension and uncertainty. Whether that connection was meaningful remains debated. But the timing has continued to attract attention from historians and anthropologists alike. Whatever people believed, the fear itself was real. And once fear spreads through a community, it rarely stays in one place. Ending. As reports continued, questions began to grow. Were people witnessing the secondception? Were rumors influencing what others believed they had experts? Or was something else happening entirely? Authorities, journalists, and researchers with seconds beginning looking for answers. And hatred would shape the Popobawa legend for decades to come. To be continued in Part 2.